It's never good finding a leak on a cylinder. Because they're never normally in a good spot. This one is dripping here. Originally I thought it was actually this connection leaking, but no, it's dripping onto it from that soldered elbow. It's not from the connection here. However, this type of system, I'll show you underneath. It's basically pressurized hot water, gravity centrally in, and you got two pumps under here. So one pump draws the heat from the boiler and then into this cylinder and then back out, and the other pump, which are these two connections here, drags the hot water from the cylinder around this heating circuit. This is your cold incoming mains, and that's your hot out, which is in a coil. So it works back to front to how I suppose a normal indirect cylinder would work, which means you have decent hot water. However, when you need to work on the heating circuit, you have got to empty that tank and refill it. So that can be a pain. There's no just bunging the tanks. To sort this is relatively straightforward. If we had movement on the pipes, to which there ain't going to be. I can't see anywhere. It's not going to pull off. Even if we undo that, it's not going to pull forward enough, I don't think, because it's obviously attached there. It's not going to push down because it's attached there. So we may end up a bit more involved than I want to with this one, but I've just got a quote for repairing it, so if I get the job, you'll see it in the next clip. If I don't, I don't. Right, it's actually a couple of weeks later since we were last here. We priced this up because that is leaking. I do think it's leaking onto that and causing that wet, but it also could be that leaking as well. So what I am actually thinking of doing is swapping them both. It's a little bit tight, isn't it? But them two T's for pressing. But in theory, we'll worry about that later. In theory, if we shut off this is going to kill now. Kill. Can't say that, you Dan, on YouTube. This is going to shut off the hot water to the cylinder. We'll also turn it off there. I don't actually know where that is going. So that's a cold up into the cylinder, across, feeds the what will be the F&E tank. I don't know where that goes. It just drops back under the floor. So I think that's just a pump over and on now. We'll go and double check that the water is off. We'll see if we can get any movement on these. I'm always worried about pissing around near a cylinder of this age, especially. I know you guys have seen this loadout video, but some of the videos after the loadout one were older than this, so this is actually the first time out for it. For me, first time out, first job out. Let's see if it works well. I do prefer open toe, I'm not gonna lie, but I also liked how tidy and organised this lot is. Right, let's see if we can crack off some of these nuts. These nuts! I don't know where to start, man. Everything's hot as well. Fucking hell. not good. Not good. Everything is so tight, and all I could hear was the insulation there. Fucking hell. This is not good. I managed to do that. Gently does it. Gently does it. The idea with cutting that there, don't worry, we do have a towel, but yeah, the idea with cutting that there was to see if I can make this pipe spin. Get a bit of movement on it. Fucking hell. I don't even know whether it's worth cutting that pipe off there. And see if I can get anything on it instead of disturbing that joint. Because that's actually where it was leaking. I want to get it off really and completely start again, but no matter how much experience you have, certain jobs will still test your nerves. Just can't get hold of it even. That bugger does not want to move. I wonder if I've got a compression coupling. See, inside there is a nut. So obviously the it's not like a welded or brazed union on the actual cylinder itself. It's a nut and a washer. Now you can see why I don't want to disturb that too much, because if that does disturb, it's game over. This one again is really tight, so hence why I've opted. I don't know if that one was leaking or not, but in for a penny, in for a pound. Might as well just cut it out and just have to repipe and start again really. I couldn't cut it off with pipe slice. I mean, it looks like a dog's been chewing it, but because I was worried I'm not going to leave enough length to get back onto. Oh my god. I need to get that snot off there. I can rehash that to you if needs be. But I think we'll work our way from here up, get that T in, worry about that. Obviously that last. Right, before shooting off, because I've not got a 22mm compression elbow and I've not got a 22mm compression coupling by the looks of it. Obviously I didn't expect to be using a compression. I expected to undo these two out and start again. However, I just think it's too much of a risk. With that one, that will actually pop straight up, compression elbow in. That's that side of things sorted, and that's probably how I'm going to work it, and then worry about this thing a little bit later. Obviously we've got to come up T and then T into that, but I can hire that T to there. That's no drama. Just getting a coupling on this into a T when there's no movement on this bottom pipe at all. Anyway, I'm just making sure I know what I'm getting before going off and getting it. Short time later, we are back. We are back. Need a piece of pipe for this now. I know I said I was going to start from top to bottom, but I've changed my mind. 85mm. After going picking up them bits, it's now put me back with time wise, so it's going to sit on there like that. It's going to go in there like that. Hopefully I need that nut though for that off this old piece. Will it come off? Or will I have to cut it off? I think it was that tight, I'm going to have to cut it off. Now it's coming. Beautiful. Paste them up. And you, sir. Lovely, and we should paste this up as well. I think it was pasted up at some point because I can feel it, unless it's just lime scale from it leaking for years and years and years. Right. Everything's hot, man. Still. That's fully home. Let's give it a nip. Tighten all them up afterwards, I think, in case I need to undo them again. Right, now I need to work out what I'm going to do with this. I did buy a coupling and I did buy a T. I don't think a T is going to work. I need to clean that pipe off as well, because then I need another T. to, well, don't do it. Might have to 45 it in with some press if I'm going to do it that way, but that would also mean I think 45 in this in, because again there's no, that's too far forward. T may not work, maybe better with the coupling. Bloody hell. Getting all these in at the same time is not going to be fun. I better put that in there actually first. Ah, fucking hell. There's tension on everything. Whenever you get a gut feeling about a job and you always think it's going to be a bit crap, don't do it. It's easier not to do it, I'm telling you. Will I get the jaws on? Yeah. Took a little bit longer than I expected this. Right, that's us all crimped up. I just need to nip up all these compression fittings that I've disturbed. Builders are here now and they're going to want my spot. If it was 10 minutes later, we probably would have been out of here as well. Just double check everything. I've already tried that cold water. Cold is back on. It's just the hot I need to pull through. Let's drying everything up, checking everything. Let's go and pull it through. So this took a lot longer than I expected. Definitely hot, isn't it? I don't think that blending valve works unless it's set far too high. Looking at the age of it, let's be fair, it probably doesn't work. Just checking everything looks okay. Good. Alright, let's get tidied up so the builder can have his parking space back, because parking is absolutely terrible here.